You've been watching a display of the Sacramento County election computer as it tallies your votes. Have you ever wondered what happens to your ballot once you put it in the ballot box? How 500,000 ballots get counted in just hours? I'm Susan Pikowski with Channel 65, and we're going out to the Sacramento County Register of Voters to find out. I'd like to introduce Al Fawcett, an Administrative Services Officer here at Voter Registration and Elections. How are you doing today, Al?
Fine, Susan, thank you.
Al is going to show us around and tell us how your vote gets from the ballot box to the computer screen. Al, when it's 8 p.m. and the polls close, what happens next?
At 8 o'clock, we have each of the 926 polling places in Sacramento County will close legally and officially. At that point, no one else is allowed to vote. The precinct officials in each of those 900 polling places will have to close out their books and account for the ballots that we issued to them before the election started. Once that's done, they can bring in the voted ballots to us, and we can count them on our computer.
And how long does it usually take to close a polling precinct?
It varies. It can take anywhere from 30 minutes to a couple of hours, depending on any problems or snags they run into. But on the average, it's about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes.
You mentioned problems. Do problems sometimes occur?
When we're dealing with numbers of this nature, obviously some problems can occur. The precinct officials have a rather monumental task. We give them plenty of instruction, and we give them telephone numbers to call if they have any problems. We can answer most of the questions over the phone. If we need to go out to a polling place, we do have troubleshooters who can go out there and take care of certain other problems.
You said there are how many different precincts in Sacramento County?
926 polling places.
And how many registered voters, and how many of those people vote?
For this election, we have over 557,000 registered voters. About 55 to 65% of them will actually vote.
Well, great. Let's take a look around.
Gladly. These are the precinct officials who are bringing their supplies and ballots to us. They will they'll drive their cars up. We'll remove the suitcases, the voting booth suitcases, and the supply boxes from them. Those will go into a warehouse. We'll also take the voted ballots from them, which are sealed in a metal container. Those will go inside where they are inspected by any one of several teams to make sure the ballots are not damaged, that they're computer readable, and won't jam our computer.
Al, exactly where are we now?
We're in the computer operations section of our department. This is where we will count the ballots on election night.
And exactly what goes on in this room?
Well, we'll put the voted ballots in one of 8 card readers to count the ballots. Like I say, we have 8 of them. They'll count up to 1,000 per minute. In reality, it'd be 800 to 900 per minute. And the results are transmitted electronically to one of our computer terminals for the public to view.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we see on the display terminal?
Sure. First of all, you'll see the candidates, the state and local candidates are listed first. The asterisk next to a name shows us who the incumbent is, followed by the state measures and the local measures. Those are shown after the candidates. The screen will also show us how many votes have been tallied per precinct or by race. The results you see are those for Sacramento County and the cities within the county. The total vote counts for the local measures and candidates whose districts are entirely within the county are shown. You will also see the tallies for state propositions and state offices. However, the tallies for these issues and races are not the final vote count. The statewide vote count is compiled at the Secretary of State's office.
People working at the precinct and at voter registration make sure that your ballot gets from the ballot box to the tally screen, but to make sure that the democratic process really works, we all must vote. Now let's get back to the tally screen and see how this election is progressing.